Clarke-Joell, a true luminary in the realms of data protection, artificial intelligence, and ethics. Known as CJ, she brings a wealth of expertise as the head of innovation at the Office of the Privacy Commissioner for Bermuda. CJ's commitment to fostering inclusivity and diversity within the tech industry is truly commendable, and her impact is far reaching, evidenced by her recognition as one of the 100 brilliant women in AI ethics for 2024. As a trailblazer in the field, CJ has played a pivotal role in shaping Bermuda's privacy officer certifications, demonstrating her dedication to advancing data protection and governance standards. Her keynote title, Deciphering the Digital Polycrisis: Women's Leadership in Shaping a Resilient Path in the Age of AI, promises to be enlightening and inspiring. CJ's innovative approach, informed by both her artistic insights and technical prowess, positions her at the forefront of addressing the intricate challenges posed by AI. Let's embrace CJ's wisdom and leadership as she guides us through the digital landscape, emphasizing the crucial role women play in shaping a resilient and ethically driven future. Welcome, Chavon Clarke-Joell, on the stage.
Thank you. Thank you. What a beautiful introduction. Hello, everyone, and happy Saturday. My name again is Chavon Clarke-Joell. You can call me CJ, and I hail from the beautiful island of Bermuda. I just wanted to take a few minutes today to come by and talk about a topic that is just as mysterious as the Bermuda Triangle, yet it is of profound importance and urgency. I'd like to take you through deciphering the digital polycrisis, women's leadership in shaping a resilient path in the age of AI. And you'll see a book there that I've written is not yet published, but if you are interested, you'll see my LinkedIn information at the end of the presentation. We are at a pivotal juncture in our digital evolution, an era that's marked by rapid technological advancements and complex challenges. This conversation is not just about technology, it's truly about shaping a future with wisdom, courage, and inclusivity. But first, let me introduce myself. Again, you can call me CJ, and I am a passionate advocate with a warm personality and a positive approach to life. I'm an innovative, authentic, and inclusive female leader in data protection and AI ethics. I am very fortunate to be honored, well, I'm honored, I should say, to be listed amongst 100 brilliant women in AI ethics for 2024. And I am a proud member of organizations like Mission Impact Academy and AI, Women in AI Africa, OEA. A bit about my experience. My most recent studies has been through London School of Economics, postgraduate certificates in data law, policy, regulation, and ethics in AI. Before
Hi,
that, I
CJ.
studied.
Sorry to
Hi,
interrupt. So we cannot able to see your presentation. It is showing blank,
showing
completely
blank.
dark. Yeah, please share the entire screen.
Okay, no worries. I'll do that now. Okay. Can you see it now? Sorry, can you see the presentation?
Yes, I can see the presentation, but please enlarge the presentation. Just click on maximize.
How about now? It's on
No,
full screen.
it's not on full screen.
Hmm. Ah, the worst nightmare, right?
Yeah, click on that
What?
arrow.
So present to audience, share screen, entire screen. Okay, let's try now. How about this
Yes,
now?
good.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. Right, so I was just sharing that a bit about my education, a bit all scattered, if you wish. I have a very colorful educational background in arts and science. So you see, I have a master's degree in playwriting, but I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, criminal justice, cognitive neuroscience. Through the International Association of Privacy Professionals, I have the Certified Information Privacy Manager certification, GDPR practitioner. I've got prompt engineer, AI expert in generative AI. And again, a spin, I have coaching certifications, one of which is the Integrative Nutrition Health Coach and Menopause MOT. My affiliations I've talked about previously. So you may be wondering, what is digital polycrisis, right? Well, the term digital polycrisis signifies an intricate web of challenges that have emerged in our hyper-connected world. This polycrisis includes issues such as data privacy breaches, ethical dilemmas in AI, all the way to the digital divide and cybersecurity threats. It represents the confluence of technological advancements and their unforeseen impacts on society, economics, and politics. In this digital age, AI has become a cornerstone of innovation and a source of profound challenges. AI holds the potential to revolutionize industries, enhance efficiencies, and solve complex problems. But it also poses risks such as perpetuating biases, infringing on privacy, and disrupting job markets. As we unlock the mysteries of this landscape, it's so essential that as women leaders, we approach these challenges with a multifaceted and nuanced understanding. The role of women in technology has never been more critical. Despite being underrepresented, in STEM fields, women bring unique perspectives and strengths to the table. Women leaders have been at the forefront of driving ethical AI practices, advocating for inclusivity, and at, steering technological innovations towards societal goods. Yet, the journey is far from complete. Only about 25% of computing jobs are held by women, and the numbers are even lower, as we see on the screen, in AI specific roles. This disparity is not just a gender issue, it is a missed opportunity for innovation and growth. Diverse teams lead to better decision making, more creativity, and increased economic benefits. So, I'd like to introduce you to what I call the Digital Polycrisis Framework. This tool is your compass in navigating the complex digital landscape. It's about empowering you, regardless of our technical backgrounds, to understand, respond to, and thrive amidst these challenges. You see a quote from the book there. Diversity in the digital age isn't just about bringing different faces to the table. It's about empowering women and diverse individuals to lead the charge in continuous learning, adapting with grace to new tech frontiers, and weaving a network of collaboration that upholds the highest ethical standards. And again, that's from my book, Digital Polycrisis Framework for a Connected World. And you'll see the image there that I created with ChatGPT during a course with Mission Impact Academy, led by women and for women on a mission to educate and empower 1 million women within the next few years so that we are empowered when it comes to AI. So let's tuck into the framework. Crisis identification and analysis is first. And you may be wondering, well, how can I, without a data analytics background, effectively identify and analyze digital crises? The key is in awareness and education. Stay informed about digital trends. Understand the basics of how technologies like AI impact your field, and learn to recognize signs of digital disruptions. Use simple yet effective tools like news aggregators. I tend to use the news feed on my mobile phone. I set it so that I get notifications about AI and data protection. That way, I stay in the know as often as I can, because it is difficult with so much information at at any given time. We're all kind of inundated with information in this day and age. The next step is interdisciplinary coordination. And this is really about, the focus here is really shifting to collaboration. You want to surround yourself with diverse individuals in your life. Look around you. If people are doing the same things that you do, you're talking about the same things, then it's really useful to start leveraging diverse perspectives by meeting new people, new networks, online and offline. This can help you to understand and approach problems and challenges in the digital polycrisis in a very holistic way. Proactive planning is next. In proactive planning, the goal is to anticipate and to prepare. You don't need to be a tech wizard to plan ahead. Start by thinking about potential digital issues that could impact your role, especially if you're currently in the role of in the role of leadership. Think about how it could impact your industry and then discuss them with your network. Planning is about having foresight, and sometimes a fresh perspective is exactly what you need. Next, it's about network or stakeholder communication. And this is crucial that you have clear, transparent communication. And that's during any type of crisis. So, of course, with digital polycrisis, it makes sense that you'll develop a strategy of how you want to communicate with your network, your team, your peers, your family, even your broader network in terms of digital upheaval. Remember, communication is not just a one way street of speaking, it's also about listening and adapting your approach based on the feedback. Be kind to yourself and be kind to your loved ones by being communicative. Resource allocation and management is next. It's really about making the most of what you have. Some have a lot, some have a little. It's not a comparison. It's really about being as resourceful as you can. It could be as simple as dedicating time each week to learn about digital trends or allocating part of your budget for tech related training and tools. Depending on what you have, there are so many resources available that you can certainly continue to learn and grow in the age of AI. Adapt responsive mechanisms. Change is the only constant that we can always expect. No matter where we are in life, there will always be some level of change. And so in the digital world, change is just as constant. Embrace an agile mindset. Be ready to pivot your strategies as the digital landscape continues to evolve. Now let's talk about building resilience for a moment. Data protection and cybersecurity is one. The importance of data protection and cybersecurity just cannot be overstated, especially for non technical leaders. Educate yourself about the basics in data protection and data security. Simple steps like using secure passwords, understanding phishing scams, and being aware of data privacy principles can go a very long way. Think about continuous monitoring and assessment. Staying vigilant and reflective at all times is key. Regularly assess how digital trends are impacting yourself, your role, and your industry. And notice I started with yourself. Just like when you're taking a flight and the stewardess, they tell you to put on your seatbelt first before you even help your child. You must always take care of yourself and be mindful of how you can grow, how you can change, how you can learn from experiences that you've had. Reflect on the effectiveness of your responses when you're faced with digital challenges in this space. Learning and improvement is next. And this one is focused on growth. Look at every single challenge as a learning opportunity. Without it, you just wouldn't know better. Post crisis, You want to reflect on what worked for you and what didn't. This is how we continuously build resilience. Last but not least is collaboration and external support. This is all about community. You want to reach out to mentors, join professional groups. I've mentioned too, if you're interested, look up Mission Impact Academy. And if you are connected to Africa or interested in women in Africa, look up Women in AI Africa. And of course, at the end, I'm more than happy to share my LinkedIn profile if you'd like to connect in any way. It's really about us in this digital age being stronger together. This framework of the digital polycrisis is designed to empower you as a woman leader in the age of AI and digital polycrisis. It's about making those complexities of the digital era, which are ahead, manageable, and turning challenges into opportunities for growth and leadership. As we look at the current state of women in AI face such a myriad of challenges, from systemic biases to lack of representation and mentorship. The gender bias in AI algorithms, for instance, that's a direct reflection of the biases presented, not only perpetuating stereotypes, but also leading to technologies that do not effectively serve half of the world's population. Moreover, women in tech often encounter barriers of career advancement and recognition. They face they face challenges in accessing funding, in networking opportunities, and in those leadership jobs. Addressing these barriers is not just about achieving greater parity. This is about ensuring the development of AI technologies that are equitable, ethical, and beneficial for all. You'll see this quote from Nesta Analysis talking about how valuable women are and how many studies, how much information is not a true reflection of the benefits of having women involved in technology and AI. Despite these challenges, women are making remarkable strides in the AI field. We see women like Ali Miller that is taking leading initiatives that leverage AI in healthcare, education, and environmental sustainability. Women that are leading AI ventures and pioneering inclusive technologies and setting new standards for ethical AI practices. Ali, sorry, Ali, for instance, she introduced a Renaissance approach at the time to apply creativity and humanization to the world's most technical problems. That's a pretty female approach to some extent. The youngest ever woman to build an artificial intelligence product at IBM. She spearheaded product development across computer vision, conversation data, and regulation for thousands of companies. And you see her amazing, that's just a snapshot of all of the great things that Ali Miller is doing. To overcome the challenges of the digital polycrisis, we need resilience and strong leadership. This involves fostering environments that support women's participation in tech and AI. We have our work that's cut out for us, according to the Women in Tech Report 2024, published, as you see at the bottom there, February 28th of this year. You see there, 60% of women witness a lack of accountability. Undervaluation of technical skills at 30%. 40% of women are excited about the rise of women tech entrepreneurs and pioneers. There is a growing awareness and inclusion efforts in the industry, but only at 21.4%. 65% of women feel they don't even have a voice in the boardroom or at the table. They definitely see a lack of equity in pay at 12% there. And then, of course, we see 35% seeing a need to access learning and mentorship from experienced female tech leaders. 20% perceiving an adequate representation of women in senior positions. We need to amplify women's voices in AI policymaking, invest in girls' STEM education, and create mentorship programs to guide the next generation of women leaders. I smiled when I saw some of the presentations today. We're singing the same song, ladies, and it is exciting. While I worked with the TLC group as co-founder and co-owner with Laquita, it was Tahira, Laquita, Chavon to go with TLC. And we created, Tahira and I, the Sense, Shape, and Adapt framework. I've seen very similar frameworks today from the women that have presented before me. The first in our Sense, Shape, Adapt framework is, do you sense that change is on the rise? Are you seeing things around you? Are you smelling things around you? Are you tasting that something is happening and you're not quite there? You need to do something to change. How will your life, your career, your business take shape just based on this change? How will you create a toolbox of things that you need for yourself so that you can continue to shine as a female leader or grow to become the female leader that you're proud of? And then lastly, what will you leverage to adapt to that change? And so for us at the TLC group, it's called the SSA framework. To benefit from the changes of the poly crisis, we really have to function as sunrise leaders, open and ready, agile and nimble. Sunset leaders will set when the change happens. But to rise with the sun, we must look to build resilience by sensing change to reshape our careers, business, and lives and adapt to the world of AI as female leaders. We created the SSA collaboration again through the eyes of data protection and cybersecurity. And now we can, of course, welcome the way that AI has helped to shape the environment around us. The path forward, it takes a concerted effort in policy and education. Policies need to be crafted to support and encourage women in tech, providing them with the resources and opportunities needed to succeed. This includes addressing and creating pathways for creative career advancement. In education, we need to inspire and empower young girls to pursue those careers in science, in technology, in education, and in mathematics, STEM. But we also need to encourage them with creative arts. Again, I have a degree, a master's degree in playwriting. No, I've had plays in London, I've had plays in Bermuda. I'm not a playwright by craft on a day to day, but I've used a lot of those technical skills in data protection, from vulgarizing information that's quite complex to becoming quite creative in how I communicate with people and educate them around data protection. I call upon each of you to play a role in shaping a resilient path in the age of AI. Support policies that promote gender diversity in tech. Mentor young women and girls interested in STEM. Advocate for ethical AI practices in your organization. And most importantly, challenge the status quo to create a more inclusive and equitable digital world. As we conclude, let us remember that the journey to deciphering and navigating the digital polycrisis is a collective role. It requires the involvement, innovation, and leadership of women at all levels of organizations. Be empowered, women in AI. We are not just addressing gender disparity. Remember, we are steering the course of technological advancement towards a more equitable and equal opportunity. Thank you for your commitment to this cause, and let's continue to lead the charge in shaping a resilient and inclusive digital world. I'm always here for Q&A. I don't know how much time I have left, but I thought I would also add this slide. If you're interested in connecting with me, you can reach me at email at info@ckccares.com or reach out to me on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for listening. Hi,
So,
Melinda.
really a great presentation, Chavon, you to the audience. So yes, you do have a lot of questions. So I picked up one question. So how can we make it easier for women in tech to learn about protecting against online threats?
Hmm. So, of course, there are many ways that we can explore vulgarizing or simplifying something of that sort. It's really important that we bridge that digital divide. And so, whilst, of course, women in tech may understand certain terminology, may be able to understand certain concepts, it's important that we lean on what I like to think of our artistic side. So we find creative ways so that we can explain those types of intricacies. So I'm sure you may be asking the direct question of what would you say or do? Of course, it would depend on the individual, would depend on the circumstance, and it would depend on the way that they can understand that information. So I'd like to really lean on us being creative in the way that we try to explain things to people in general.
So whoever asked this question, hope they have received the answer. So thank you so much, Chavan, for joining this event and sharing a wonderful presentation with the audience. So please join our next speaker session as well. Heather, she's waiting in the backstage. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye, all.